Hello, I'm Henry, a French participant of the Edgeryders conference. This morning it was a great meeting regarding with the people as a breakout session, and I am with Pedro and Anthony, the two leaders of that breakout session. So Anthony, can you tell me what are the challenges which are facing democracy and what the solution were brainstormed this morning?
We had a really good discussion, and one of the things that came out very clearly was that that a lot of people are very dissatisfied with the way that democracy is working at the moment, but they are also not certain about the right way for a new model of democracy to be built. Some people would rather have very local solutions, things that work with cities and with communities. Others are looking for whole changes to society to create new ways of sharing and new ways of living communally. And I think we came up with some solutions or some approaches that we can take that try to build a democratic conversation into the future without necessarily being, a complete upheaval of everything, but also achieving some really concrete results.
Okay. Pedro, and what do you take back from that breakout session? What the main ideas which were shared?
So the main impression that I have is that the field is like getting more mature. So 5 years ago, I do not think there would have been so that the problem would have been felt so clearly and that the solutions could be. So I think after this discussion, we will have now 2 days to work together in the conference. But I think we are at a point where we can really stop complaining and start really looking for solutions or for implementing tools and processes that will make that the change is starting to happen. So there were clear the clear impression that this is something that probably will need to start on the local neighborhood level. We should try to start learning there because it is where it is easier and more visible, the effect of participation and democratic renewal. And so my impression is like this is like spring is coming to this field, and in the next years, partly maybe as a result of this conference, so we will see a lot of networking and some proposals growing in Europe, I guess. Yeah.
And to close this interview, if you have one message to give to politicians or to citizens of Europe, what would you say?
My message will be about openness, that there are lots of different approaches that are being tried for new democratic involvement and new mechanisms. But the most important thing is to make sure they carry on communicating and learning from each other, and that the information that we have about people and their preferences is able to be shared. You don't want to create a Facebook of democracy. You want to have an internet of democracy that's open and free for everyone.
And I would say, I think 2 things. So the first would be, it's a little bit confrontational, but so if you cannot help, please stay out of our way. So do not complicate things more than they are. And the second would be like, well, it's not an option anymore to resist change. So there was a time where they could say, well, I will say I want participation, but I will be passive. So I will not really move forward. Right now, if they do not do anything, things are going to happen around. So it would be much, much better that they are also trying to contribute. But again, if they are not going to help, please stay out of the way.
Okay, so thanks for your sharing, thanks for your engagement into Europe and into democracy.
Thank you very much.